Breaking news happening here on WION this moment. All the accused have been acquitted. This is the news coming in from the special CBI court judge's courtroom in the Patiala House Court here in New Delhi. All the accused have been acquitted. This is the big breaking news here on WION this moment. Stay tuned for more coverage of this news as we go forward. But if I can bring back my colleague Karthike back into the discussion now. Karthike, while we are waiting to hear more about this acquittal of all the accused in the case, now Prime Minister Modi wrote... All right, we are told we have some reactions coming in this moment. Let's listen in.
Only one line the court pronounced that prosecution has miserably failed to prove any of the charge.
All the accused are acquitted.
All accused are acquitted. One line decision. Suresh until.
सुरेश आप कोर्ट में थे क्या कहा?
जी one line decision was there. The prosecution miserably failed to prove their case, so all accused are acquitted.
यानी अब सारे जो तमाम लोग हैं वो
बिल्कुल बरी कर दिए गए हैं.
किसको बरी के क्या जो बरी करते हो क्या ये
एक single line decision was there. Single line decision was there.
Only one line.
Raja
All right, that's the big breaking news here on WION this morning. All the accused have been acquitted in the 2G spectrum allocation scam case. The judge delivered a one-line verdict saying that the prosecution failed to prove the case against the accused and therefore all the accused stand acquitted. All right, if I can bring back my colleague Karthike back in the discussion. Karthike, take us through the import of this verdict now.
Well, you see, the import is, I would say, tremendous. But I would outline my answer in three parts. One is the immediate political fallout. Ramesh, the immediate political fallout would be that the Congress party would say that finally we had been saying that no corruption was done. So it gives in short and arm to people like Kapil Sibal and other people who had created a zero loss theory. The second thing would be...
All right, Karthike, I'll have to stop you there. We are now joined by Jessica Taneja from outside the Patiala House Courts in New Delhi. Jessica, if you can hear me, take us through the verdict, what happened inside the courtroom.
Well, Ramesh, the verdict was simple. All have been acquitted. This is a very, very important case. And I think the verdict, the announcement of the verdict lasted just, if I could say, a minimum where all were let go. So this is in fact a big news today, because what was expected out of them, there were criminal conspiracy charges on some groups, wherein for A. Raja as well as Kanimozhi, there were really serious charges. It's in fact a shocking news, and there was celebration that erupted right inside the courtroom. It was a packed, really badly packed courtroom, but the verdict lasted 5 minutes, and that, Ramesh, is that all the accused, all the accused in this case have now been acquitted.
All right, that's the big breaking news here on WION. All the accused in the 2G spectrum allocation scam case stand acquitted. The special CBI judge issuing a one-sentence or one-line verdict saying the prosecution failed to prove the case against the accused and therefore all the accused stand acquitted. All right, coming back to you, Karthike, we're discussing about the import, the significance of this verdict. Now, how is this going to play itself out politically in the months ahead, especially given the fact that elections are due in many states next year?
Two things, Ramesh, in Indian politics, you have the political side of a corruption case, you have the legal side of a corruption case. The legal side has been won. But the fact of the matter is that the government is not going to stand still on this issue. The matter is going to go to High Court for an appeal. And most of the cases you have seen, for example, and I'm giving, this is an analogy I'm trying to give, though that's a criminal case, this is a case of a corruption. Even in the Jessica Lal murder case, the matter went to the High Court and got overturned. So there are so many cases in which the matter goes to the High Court and gets overturned. So trial courts have their own history in India. I really don't want to question the integrity of the court or the integrity of the judgment. It's beyond the journalistic purview. But there are examples in Indian history in the cases of corruption that they go beyond the purview of the trial courts. but then you have the political side. The case may be won, like for example the Bofors, nothing was proved on the ground, but then it required such a tremendous political life that it continues to dog Congress party today. So you have the political implication. Today the parliament is on, and I'm 100% sure that this 2G issue will acquire a new life of its own, on which both BJP and Congress are going to spar over. This verdict will shock the ruling dispensation. There is no doubt about it.
Right. Karthikeya, stay on. We are now joined by Manish Tiwari of the Congress party. Good morning, Mr. Tiwari. Good to have you on WION this morning. All the accused stand acquitted. Your initial reactions?
Mr. Vinod Rai should publicly apologize to the nation. It was his ridiculous 1,76,000 crore presumptive loss which has led to this entire circus playing itself out over all these years. If there is one man guilty of sensationalizing, corroding the atmosphere of this country, it is a gentleman called Mr. Vinod Rai, who threw sensational numbers in the public space. He is the person who should actually be prosecuted for putting malicious numbers in the public space.
All right, Mr. Tiwari, do stay on. Just to bring our viewers up to speed, Mr. Tiwari of the Congress party asking the then Comptroller and Auditor General Vinod Rai to apologize to the nation at large, and also that he should be prosecuted for sensationalizing the scam case and inflating the numbers, as it were. But coming back to Mr. Tiwari, how is this issue going to play itself out politically in the months ahead? Would you say that this has come a shot in the arm for the opposition Congress party in general?
Well, the fact is that the entire India growth story was destroyed by the then C&AG. You see, when you hurl such sensational numbers in the public space, which do not have any legs to stand on, and during my own cross-examination of Mr. Vinod Rai in the Joint Parliamentary Committee, it had become very evident that he had no basis of substantiating those numbers. And ultimately, the report of the JPC also came to the conclusion that there was absolutely no substance in it. Today, the courts have affirmed those conclusions, that all the people who had been tried were actually not guilty of any offense whatsoever. And so, therefore, this is the time when Mr. Vinod Rai should stand up and take responsibility for absolutely vitiating the atmosphere, for throwing sensational numbers in the public space, and for denigrating the institution of the C&AG and destroying the India story.
All right, Mr. Tiwari, you yourself are a lawyer now. Where does the legal strand or the thread of this case stand at the moment? I'm sure the prosecution will try to take it up to the higher courts in the country. So where does this case go from here?
Basically, the BJP had made a song and dance around the old 1,76,000 crores. They are in government. They will obviously appeal to the High Court. It does not require any rocket science to figure that out.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Tiwari. That was Manish Tiwari of the Congress party saying that the then Comptroller and Auditor General Vinod Rai should apologize to the nation, and also that he should be prosecuted for inflating the figures, sensationalizing the figures, the scam figures, and also for corroding the atmosphere. All right, coming back to Karthikeya. Karthikeya, have you heard Manish Tiwari of the Congress party saying and asking the then C&AG, Vinod Rai, to apologize and that he should be prosecuted?
You know, what is important is I would really like to see, Ramesh, what's happening in Parliament. In Parliament, I am 100% sure this matter is going to come up, because the whole apology thing is taking place, if you would remember, on the Kasuri dinner. So I'm pretty sure that this issue will come up in Indian Parliament, and there will be great ruckus. So the implication of a legal judgment of a trial court will have a bearing on the political spectrum throughout, and will also have a bearing the way Parliament functions. I'm 100% sure that this matter is going to be taken up in Parliament, where Congress and other political parties, for now, because the case can acquire a different life, and we have to judge our opinion on the basis of what happens now, politics will be done on that note. And as Manish Tiwari said, that the former Auditor General, Controller Auditor General should apologize, it means that the knives will be out, because the whole political campaign of 2014 rested on the corruption case, and Raja in court said that the Prime Minister also knew of it, and the Congress party had to distance itself from the position, saying that Manmohan Singh had nothing to do with it. So it means that it is going to light the fire of the opposition on this issue, because one thing which has become like a stigma, Ramesh, was the issue of corruption. So 2G is not only about a spectrum case. 2G was about that Congress party in an organized way indulge in corruption. They have got a shot in their arm to get back to Bharatiya Janata Party on this. I will be surprised as to what Kejriwal would be reacting to, because politically he has shifted his weight behind Congress, but legally he was the one who got Anna Hazare here and actually started that anti-corruption movement, and Lokpal continues to remain pending in the government.
Right, Kartikeya, do stay on. We're now joined by Jessica Taneja live from outside the Patiala House Courts in New Delhi. Jessica, if you can hear me, take the viewers through what happened inside the courtroom, the mood inside the courtroom, and what the judge said in his verdict.
Well, Ramesh, the mood inside the courtroom was, of course, ecstatic at a certain point in time, because the supporters who had gathered there with the accused parties also rejoiced and celebrated the moment all the accused were acquitted. Remember, there were 3 cases involved in this. 5. Initially, there were 5 out of which 2 were junked, but then 3 remained, and 3 crucial judgments were supposed to be pronounced today. 2 were filed by the CBI, 1 by the Enforcement Directorate. And now, for a surprising move for all of us inside the Apex Court, the Patiala House Court, all have been acquitted, and this is something that one did not really anticipate, because the charges were very serious. If you realize, the CBI had filed 2 charge sheets, and then the Enforcement Directorate had filed another case. So looking at how the case has been evolving since the year it happened, and back in 2014 when the court finally started hearing the case, and all the cases rather related to 2G scam, it really has made a sort of a startling difference to the fact that now problems will emerge, because this was something where people thought that he wouldn't be acquitted, and because the charges are very serious, Ramesh, if you realize, so this is really going to make a big difference on how, of course, this will be moved to the High Court, of course, this will go to the Apex Court, but we'll have to wait and see on how it's challenged from here on.